Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Lee Fitzgerald. Welcome again to the Dr. Lee Fitzgerald Show. And boy, is this the show of all shows. It is so important. It is about, in my opinion, freedom of speech, and we don't want to lose that. So this is a situation where, and I'm going to introduce my guest right now, Kathy Jones. How are you doing? And you were in all the papers, you got arrested, and we're going to be seeing the tape of exactly what happened. And maybe you can explain why you were at this forum in Ojai and what it was about. Can you do that for me?
Sure, but could I first answer your question about how I'm doing?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I just keep on talking. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
Except that, I'm about 50% embarrassed about everything that has happened, 50% proud of myself about everything that has happened, and 100% sure I would do it again.
Really? And we're going to be viewing this tape that was shown outside when they were putting the handcuffs on you and actually taking you to jail. Now, getting back to the forum and what it was about, they were, 6 people there?
Correct.
And there were questions being asked of them. Maybe you could explain it to all the audience. And it was in Ojai, California.
Okay. I really have not been following the campaign too much. I have a lot of clients who have some issues with the city. I did see Sue Horgan's display against one of the candidates, and without him even having an opportunity to respond, that made me angry. And but I don't go to these things often.
Why is that?
Because I'm liable to get up and say something if I get mad.
Well, why did you go to this one?
Because, I would like to start at the beginning.
Yes, please.
I had an appendectomy a week earlier. I had not been feeling very well, and but I tried to go to work that day. And I met Dale Hansen in the post office, and I commented just briefly about
She's with the Ojai Board of Realtors,
yes.
correct?
And as I was walking in the post office, I saw a headline in the Ojai Valley News about a candidate forum that night. I didn't know about it. And Dale and I were just having polite chit-chat, and I said, boy, things are getting pretty hot politically around here. And she said, oh, well, it's not over yet. And I said, no, I don't think it is. And I said, I just noticed there's a public forum tonight. And she said, yes, I'm putting it on.
She said she was putting it on.
Yes, she did. She said, yeah.
It was also the Ojai Valley News.
I didn't know that.
Okay, or you didn't know that. Okay.
She said, the Board of Realtors.
Okay.
She never mentioned the Ojai Valley News,
All right.
nor did she mention the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
She just said, I'm putting it on. And I said, well, good for you. And she said, that she said, we're going to have Captain Norris there tonight, though.
Now, who's Captain Norris?
Captain Norris is the chief of police of Ojai.
Of Ojai, California.
Yes.
Okay.
And I said, and she said, because at the conclusion of the last public forum, Jeff Sanmarkey, who happens to be a friend of mine, according to Dale, was screaming at candidate Joe DeVito.
Oh, at Joe DeVito.
Right.
Screaming at him.
Screaming at him. That's what she said. And when people talk about my friends, I generally just kind of take it in stride, but I will say something. And I said, well, I've talked to Jeff about that, and he had a different version.
Okay.
End of story. But and then I trudged through the market, realized I wasn't going to be able to cook.
And you were in pain, right?
I was
Coming
in
out
pain.
of the operation.
I was in pain. And I had fluid in my lungs, I had complications,
Wow.
and
I didn't know that.
I made them let me go home early.
Okay.
But I dropped the groceries off, and I told my children, I think 2 of them were home at that point, who at 14 and 11. I said, I'm going now. I'm sure there are people out here who hate this, but I said, I'm going to Jersey Mike's. I happen to love those sandwiches. And I've told people who won't go there, well, go to the one in Ventura.
But just go there.
I didn't know it was a chain when the whole thing started. So I pulled into Jersey Mike's, and I stuck my head in. The kids all know me there. And I said, I'm parked in your lot, but I'm just going to run across the street and come right back and order. And they said, fine. So I did go across the street. I found Jeff immediately. And I said, look, they've got I scanned first. I scanned the room for a uniform.
Okay, so you looked in and said...
I scanned just to see
What
where.
time was this? About
It
5:30?
was. Oh no! It was about 7. I thought the thing
7.
started at 7, and I, didn't
Because
realize.
I was there too. I got there at 5:30, and you came at 7
I didn't come
o'clock.
till 7.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I thought it started at 7. I
Right.
didn't know it had been
Normally,
going on for so
it
long.
should have. I thought it was starting early at 6
Right.
or 5:30.
No, and so when I walked in, I realized it was going on, and I found Jeff immediately, and I told him about my conversation with Dale, and I said, watch yourself tonight. If you step out of line in any way, shape, or form, they're taking you. They're going to arrest you.
Did you actually say that?
Absolutely.
Oh,
They're going
my
to arrest you, and then
gosh.
I'm going to have to come and bail you out.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't feel too good. So
Wow.
he